Welcome everybody to the stream. We are having another Fire Pro stream with our friend Revolutionary. Excuse me, I always fuck that up. I always call you Revolutionary. With our friend Revolution Mall, who is our permanent co-host on the Fire Pro series. We are having a CMLL show. Me and Revolution talked. We decided it would be better to go with the one show per stream kind of thing because the two shows can get pretty long, and it seemed easier.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how Fire Pro is. Matches can last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes even an hour.
Yeah. And I mean, you saw, like, we were down to the last 4 when things cut out on you on the last one, and like I was still streaming for at least another hour.
At least, yeah.
So we're gonna do the one show a deal now. This time at CMLL, I believe next time is Impact Wrestling. And for our opening contest, we have Atlantis Jr. and Soberano against Gilbert El Bariqua and Vangelis. Or Vangelis, how do you say that? I think that's Vangelis.
I believe it is pronounced Vangelis.
But before we get into the show, as you know, as I always do, every time it's a new week, we tell you the news for that week. Or that day, I guess. Yeah, it's day. And since it is Tuesday, the news for this week is the retirement of Sergeant Slaughter. So, I mean, you won't be seeing him around, really. CMLL are bringing out a new team, and it's this team right here called the Midnight Stars, El Soberano Jr. and Atlantis Jr. And on an upcoming CMLL show, Roosh has been loaned to CMLL from Ring of Honor. So expect to see Roosh, who is usually a AAA talent, in CMLL pretty soon. Yoshinari Ogawa retired. Masato Yoshino retired. Then in All Japan news, there will be a tag team of Kagatori and Sugataka Sato. I'm not great at the names. We've established.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. So expect to see that team on All Japan, and another team that's going to be on a future All Japan show are Akira Francesco and Danny Jones. Then, in more team news, for UWN, we have a team called Death and Destruction coming up. And it's going to be Eric Redbeard and Alexander Hammerstone. So that's an interesting duo.
Yeah, that's a very interesting pairing.
And that's all the news for Tuesday. So we will get into the action finally and see this new team, the Midnight Stars, in action.
Might I add, no relations to the Midnight Express.
No, none at all. As similar as they are appearance-wise. And here they come, the Midnight Stars. They're matching, they're ready for the competition.
Oh, looks like the ring girls are ready as well.
I mean, yeah, how could you not be? You see these young studs in the ring.
Oh yes, Atlantis is definitely a young stud.
Atlantis Jr. Which, he's not, like, super young, but he's not as old as his dad, Atlantis.
Yeah, true.
And this is a scary sight for a new tag team. Or pretty much anybody, I suppose. Evangelist maybe not so much, but Gilbert El Bariqua, I wouldn't want to be standing across the ring from him.
He's a big barrel-chested man.
He's a scary man, is what he is.
Well, he's wasting no time right now, I'll tell you that.
That is true, and we have Atlantis Jr., I believe, starting us off. It's really hard to tell. I'm not as adept as you.
That was Atlantis Jr., but now he tags to Sobrano Jr.
Sobrano. Is that how you say it? Sobrano?
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, see, wow. That's why we have you here. What a tag team maneuver! This is why that these kids are the new hot thing in CMLL.
Sobrano Jr. has long been one of the better luchadors in CMLL, and yet we've never seen him really work in America.
Do you think that that's gonna change soon, whether in this series or in real life?
In this series, maybe. In real life, I'm not very sure. I believe he has worked a couple of Fantastica Manias, though, for New Japan.
Which wouldn't surprise me. They love to show off their, again, with the same tag move, but if it's effective. But Vangelis fighting them off.
Now, as far as Atlantis Jr. goes, I wouldn't be surprised if you see him popping up in American indie promotion soon, just because of his name.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you saw his father do it. Because if I'm not mistaken, Atlantis did pop up in WCW for a time, did he not?
I believe he might have had a couple of, maybe a couple of matches.
Which, I mean, I'll hear it in the YouTube comments if I'm wrong, but...
Why are you confusing Blitzkrieg for Atlantis?
Hey man, I fucking love Blitzkrieg. I don't know why he didn't really do anything else besides that small little run he had.
I believe it's because when he had his first concussion, he was just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna become like a computer scientist.
I mean, why not, before your brain turns to complete mush?
Fun fact about Blitzkrieg, Jack Evans actually bought his gear, and he owns it.
Has he worn it in a match, though?
I believe he has worn it for a PWG show.
See, that's why we love Jack Evans here. He's a mark, just like me.
Well, Jack Evans does have his very own Discord server, might I add.
Well, let me just not have that clipped and shown to him. He will breakdance across my face. Just whipping them across the ropes with no real, with no real aim.
No real sense of urgency, really. Just a lot of Irish whips.
Yeah. This is the Irish whip show. We came here for the Irish whips, and it's what we'll have.
Oh, here we go. Oh, big powerbomb neckbreaker combination there.
He finally gets the tag. He wanted to get that taunt in.
Well, we all know that showmanship is very important in Lucha Libre.
It's true. But the Midnight Stars are looking good for their first outing as a team. What do you think?
I would agree. I think we are going to see a lot more of these guys in the future.
If I have anything to say about it, we will. And I am somewhat of the god of these parts. Out of context, that sounds very awful. It almost sounds like I'm saying I'm the god of Mexico.
I believe that would be El Santo.
Yeah. I can't argue with that. Mil Mascaras would have you believe it's him, though.
Well, Mil Mascaras would, he'd like to bullshit you around for a couple hours, let's say that.
But wouldn't we all love to bullshit with Mil Mascaras?
Oh, it sounds awful according to McFoley.
Okay, then he just kind of flipped himself and did a little flippy bump there for no reason. See, he's doing it again. He just loves bumping. Are we gonna see the 619? We know how effective it is.
So I would just like to point out, one of my office stooges has come back to me, and he has said that Atlantis has worked 2 matches for Ring of Honor in 2018.
See, you gotta love those stooges. That's why we have them. For the facts.
We love those unpaid interns.
And they will continue to go unpaid.
Oh, wow, he's got him in the torture rack.
But it wasn't quite enough. Alabama slam from the Mexican man. DDT. I don't feel like he needed to run into it, though.
It gives it that little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah, you always need that little bit more oomph when you're slamming somebody onto their head. Tree of Woe here. He just spinning heel kick right into the groin area. Reese on Wrestling, what is up, my friend? It's good to have you here. We are firstly doing our CMLL show. This is the first match of the show, and we're getting a look at this new young tag team of the Midnight Stars, Sobrano Jr. and Atlantis Jr. And this is quite a big task, a big first, flatliner. A big first task for this team, but he's too close to the other corner, and he pays for it. Suplexes the big man, and he tags in Sobrano Jr. Whips him across. Oh, that didn't go his way. Boricua was not done with Atlantis Jr. And here comes Vangelis.
Now you have to admire Sobrano Jr. and Atlantis Jr.'s efforts against 2 guys that are much bigger than him.
Much bigger. Oh my God, did you see that?
That was very impressive by Sobrano Jr.
And that's why he's one of the best in the game right now.
I believe what makes Sobrano Jr. so impressive is that he is taller than your average luchador, but can still manage to pull off all the flashy moves.
Which we all love to see. We see someone with a mask, and thanks to Rey Mysterio Jr., that's what we've come to expect. Gets him in that pin. That swift roll-up. And he won!
That's
The Midnight Stars won. Gabe loves Lucha in the chat. But yeah, I decided to do the one fall gimmicks because I didn't want it to restart the match every time. Like, you had to go through a whole loading screen, and
I don't blame you. I really don't.
It really kills the flow. So now we're gonna set up our next match, which you have mentioned before that singles matches are kind of unusual. In in Mexican.
They're unusual in the sense that they usually save singles matches for hair versus hair, hair versus mask. If it's a title match, if it's a blood feud, so on and so forth.
But we are seeing more and more singles matches come out of CMLL this year. In this series.
Yep. But I think also in real life as well, Lucha has become more Americanized, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. And it has a lot to do, I think, with Lucha having all these associations with American companies.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can trace that back to, when Conan brought in, his, I believe Conan used to book an independent wrestling promotion called Promotion Azteca.
Yes, I remember that.
They were like a renegade independent promotion, and, he had Ray Jr., he had Psychosis, Hoovy, And then he brought all those guys with him to ECW, and that was kind of like the first taste American fans got of Lucha Libre.
And here's Valiente representing the stable of El Sky Team. And here comes Bandito. Everybody knows Bandito. He's a very big name in America.
And rightfully so. He is definitely one of the most talented luchadors in the world.
It is true, and he has no faction affiliations at this time in CMLL. But he has been known to associate with factions over in America.
He has.
But this should be a banger of a match, Valiente and Bandito.
I certainly remember the first time that I saw Bandito. It was in PWG, and I was thoroughly impressed with what he could do.
He is an incredible athlete.
He really is, and I believe he is only 24 years old, so he's only scratching the surface of what he can do.
He's younger than me, Maul.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how old you are, but he's definitely younger than me.
Well, I am also 24, just like Bandito.
See, you could be doing Bandito things.
But I would certainly love to be able to do that.
But you're here commentating with me.
Such is life.
Hey, man. It feels right to me watching Bandito and Valiente go at it.
Certainly, you can't complain watching a world-class athlete at his craft.
And do you know a lot about Valiente?
I do not know a lot about Valiente, but I will say that from what I've seen of Valiente, he is an impressive wrestler in his own right as well.
But is he a match here for Bandito? Looks like we're gonna see something big in Week 1.
Oh my God.
He's showing how much of an athlete he is there.
I believe he definitely can give Bandito a run for his money, and you've seen it right now.
Yeah, and a lot of these stars that don't venture into American companies are just as talented, but just don't have that exposure.
Exactly. I mean, I've mentioned before how impressive I thought Guerrero Maya Jr. was the first time I saw him wrestle his dad. And he still is an impressive talent to this day.
But not a lot of people know that name, and it's a shame. But we are highlighting.
It certainly is, because his dad, Black Terry, was one of the all-time great rudos in Lucha Libre history.
It's true, and I know that because I know that name. If I've heard of it, they did something.
That's usually how Lucha Libre works, folks.
If you recognize that name, they were somebody. Oh, and a Canadian Destroyer from Bandito into a moonsault. He's in the ropes, but he's gonna count it anyway. Hello, sweet child. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy us commentating CMLL. And if you're on YouTube, just ignore me. I don't matter.
Thank you, sweet child of mine.
And as you see, we are advertising Corona Extra on the mat tonight, as we usually do at CMLL.
A fan favorite drink among the CMLL luchadors.
It's Corona time, in more ways than one.
It is indeed.
That's why Bandito has the mask. Well, I guess technically they both have the mask. It's covering up both of their mouths.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh my God!
It's a backflip fall away slam, or
yeah, Bandito did the deal.
You don't see that every day.
You don't. I don't know what to call it, but I guess the moonsault fall away slam would work. And they're trading holds. punches him right in the stomach. A big Hurricane Rana. Bandito is looking to seize control, but surprisingly, Valiente has had control for most of this match.
You have to give Valiente... Oh, you have to give Valiente credit for that spinning Fisherman Buster.
And a big moonsault. The referee never sees the ropes for some reason in CMLL. He doesn't care. That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Bandito went for a kick there, but you saw Valiente had him scouted and he caught the leg.
He did. Bandito was feeling it, but Valiente puts an end to that real fast with a quick arm drag. This is really back and forth. This could go either way.
Dare I say, this might be the match of the night. And we still have a lot of matches to go.
We do. 1, 2. Valiente gets him. Valiente is your winner.
Valiente with the very impressive upset over Bandito.
And you gotta think that Valiente really impressed his more well-known stablemates Mystico and Volador Jr. in El Sky team.
No doubt.
And now for the last 3 matches of this very short CMLL show, we have your traditional 6-mans.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be complete chaos.
As always, we have Dragon Rojo Jr., Barbaro, and I say that just because I can never pronounce his last name, and Euphoria. And they will be taking on Diamante Azul, Felino, and El Sagrado. Just to save on time, we'll have them come out in teams. And here we go. Here they come, Dragon Rojo Jr., Euphoria, and Barbaro. And let's keep in mind that Euphoria is a CMLL World Trios champion right now in this company, but not with these 2 competitors.
He certainly is.
He's a CMLL World Trios champion with Ultimo Guerrero and Gran Guerrero, who we have yet to see in this series.
But I am sure they will be appearing very soon.
Oh, they have to. I mean, Ultimo Guerrero is the World Heavyweight Champion as well. We have Diamante Azul and Dragon Rojo Jr. starting us off. What can you tell us about these men? Because as you know, you are our Mexican wrestling, our lucha libre expert. That's why we have you here.
Which is why I was segueing into for those of you who do not follow lucha libre, the name Diamante Azul might be familiar if you watch All Japan Pro Wrestling. Diamante Azul has appeared in All Japan a couple of times and has worked some matches there.
And Euphoria getting tagged in, and so is El Sagrado, I believe. We are utilizing the 20 count here in CMLL. In the rare case that there might be a count out. Euphoria and El Sagrado are just going at it. And nobody in this match has any kind of faction affiliations. The closest thing you could say is Euphoria being a trios partner with the Guerreros.
So it's always a treat to see Barbaro Cavernario in the ring.
See, you pronounce it way better than me. That's why we have you here. That's why you pay. That's why we pay you the big bucks. Oh,
he is certainly one of my favorite luchadors to watch today.
They're destroying Felino outside of this ring here. It's really hard to say these names with such a thick Southern accent.
Oh my goodness! Did you see that?
I did. Here comes El Sagrado and here comes Euphoria.
Now what I'm noticing so far is they do a lot of quick tags in between to keep themselves fresh.
They do. Which normally in Lucha Rules, they could just roll out and the person that gets in is the legal man, but there is no setting for that in Fire Pro, so we do with what we got.
We make do.
We do. I couldn't even find it in my mods.
See, there you go.
Here comes Diamante Azul. Euphoria looked like he was going for a power bomb on El Sagrado just before he went out, but it didn't work. He just rolled him right through.
Now, Diamante is a much bigger competitor than most of these guys.
He is pretty swole, as the kids say. Just a random pin there. It wasn't going to work. Not on a guy like Diamante. Here comes El Sagrado again. Have you noticed they're not tagging in El Felino as much?
I would assume it's because El Felino took one hell of a beating on the outside earlier. I mean,
he did, but he's also an older competitor.
You saw he took that powerbomb neckbreaker on the outside.
He took it twice on the outside.
It wasn't pretty.
No, they were beating the shit out of that man. Oh, and there he goes. He gets tagged in finally.
Double insecurity.
But let's keep in mind, he's not a spring chicken. This man is 56 years old.
Pretty impressive to keep himself in that shape.
It is. I miss his full cat outfit.
I certainly do as well.
But he's going at it with a young guy like Dragon Rojo Jr. And he's keeping up. And I guess in the end, that's all you really need, but he gets dropped on his dome to the outside with a suplex.
Felino has eaten a lot of punishment in this match.
I would bargain to say too much given his age.
Very much so.
It's, as you see, it's not uncommon for everybody to get into the ring and things to kind of break off here in CMLL. And another double power bomb. Somebody help this man.
Oh, working the wrist.
Some good lucha from Euphoria there.
So that was a good lucha thing indeed.
It was a lucha thing. When I see fancy rolls, I think lucha.
Absolutely.
Kind of stopped a mid-roll there, just a slap Diamante on the chest. And now they're going at it with slaps. They both go down. Dragon Rojo doing good to keep them on their side of the ring.
Oh, very nice powerbomb by Diamante.
I'm kind of getting the feeling that Dragon Rojo is not wanting to let Euphoria get any of his shit in on Diamante.
I get that feeling as well. Oh, Sling Blade by Sagrada.
It was beautiful. Barbaro was surprisingly a really good wrestler for someone who just figured out about fire.
The best way that I would describe Barbaro is he is kind of like Sabu in the sense that his high-flying style is not pretty, it is very dangerous.
And to not only his opponents, but himself.
Yes.
Sagrada with a beautiful bridge on that German suplex. He was in the ropes though, so it didn't count for anything. Euphoria is just going to town on the other team. Oh! Caveman
wow.
Senton.
Caveman Senton is right.
Oh, the fucking strength of Diamante just holding Dragon Rojo Jr. over his head.
Big gorilla press slam. The referee needs to keep control here.
I mean, we've seen this referee work. He doesn't even really look at rope breaks, so I don't think he's going to try to keep control.
Diamante just absolutely flatlined Dragon Rojo with a spinning side slam. Oh, and a powerbomb neckbreaker combination again.
Yeah, but this time it was Flaino dishing that out, giving them some of their own medicine.
It must have felt good.
Big drop kick.
Was feeling it.
Too close to their corner, I think. Oh my gosh, Diamante is a freak of nature. Diamante's tagged in. Barbaro's tagged in. See, usually, if I have trouble with their names, I just choose which end of their name is easiest. But both of his names are hard for me to say. So I shall call him Caveman.
Caveman.
Just like Holmes. Man, Diamante is just a monster.
He certainly is. He's a very powerful man, but he's also very agile for his size.
He is, but while he was over there taking down pretty much the entire team, he kind of dropped. He's feeling it. He is tired. And you can look at him. He's hurting. But he's feeling it right now. Tags in the dude. Sagrado, thank you. So you can tell, I am not all the way here sometimes. Big spine buster to Sagrado.
Big Farouk style spine buster, one hand.
Double power bomb. Sagrado is kind of holding his own here, though. Oh, big flapjack.
Yeah, he came in like a house on fire.
Sagrado's looking to tag out, and he gets that tag. I don't think he was in the ropes there, personally. But it is at the referee's discretion. He's got him in a submission and another rope break. They're really loving that one powerbomb neckbreaker tag team move here tonight.
They certainly do. It seems to be effective.
And he tags out to Diamante. And I think that might have been the right move. Oh my god!
On his head! On his head!
Did you see that double German? What a move.
And look at him, he's still dazed. He's still dazed and confused.
They were looking to end it with that one. But things broke down pretty fast afterwards. And they're both tired. They're both feeling it. Tags out. Dragon Rojo holding his own. Dragon tags out to Euphoria. Double powerbomb. And he pins him. Oh, but it looked like Diamante might have broken that one up.
That was a close count.
Barbaro's holding Felino there. Felino knocks him off. Euphoria looking like he didn't want to take advantage by dirty means there, which is surprising.
Very surprising. It seems like Euphoria wants to do it by himself.
He's trying to prove something because Dragon Rojo wouldn't let him get in his shit earlier.
Oh, did you see that?
I did.
Dragon Rojo and Sagrada ran into each other.
Very, very Three Stooges style.
Very much so.
Oh, and Dragon Rojo gets the win for his team, but they're still fighting.
There's a lot of bad blood between these trios.
A lot of tension here. They're not having it. But that is a win for Dragon Rojo Jr., Barbaro, and Euphoria. And I that might have been match of the night for me personally so far.
It could have been.
It's between that and Valiente and the Bandito. And we have the next 6-man coming up. They're here somewhere. There he is. And here we go. We continue with the action. And here comes the team of Mephisto, Hinichero, and Shocker.
The crowd is on their feet, stomping and clapping.
Gran Guerrero coming out with the legendary Queen theme song that him and Ultimo Guerrero usually come out to, but he's leading a new team. Yes, a second new team showing up on the CMLL scene of the new originals, which is Cranio and Guerrero Maya Jr.
Now these two could be lightning in a bottle together.
and we'll just have to see if they are. A bit of an odd pairing, if I do say so myself. But that you got size and speed there.
Very much. But they always say opposites attract.
And while I say they are an odd pairing, maybe not so much because although Cranio does look pretty scary, like a scary guy from the outside, he's a fun-loving guy. He comes out the Gundam style. He dances. He's here to have fun.
Oh, he tags in Shocker.
But maybe, just maybe, Guerrero Maya Jr. can kind of push him towards more than just having fun, towards wanting to get championship gold here.
Oh, double clothesline to Shocker.
Shocker is an absolute legend here in CMLL.
He certainly is. Now, Shocker, when he first started wrestling, wrestled with a mask.
He did.
And if you don't know a lot about Shocker, I would highly recommend to watch a documentary called Lucha Mexico, as Shocker is the primary person that they focus the documentary on.
I actually did see that documentary, and it was very, very good. I highly suggest it.
It's a very good documentary on Lucha Libre.
And Shocker actually lost his mask to our CMLL World Light Heavyweight Champion, Nibele Roja.
He certainly did, yes.
So they are both still in this company.
But I believe that goes to show you the longevity of luchadors.
They tend to go forever. Guerrero Maya Jr. sticking up for his tag partner Cranio here. Up against Mephisto.
I'm sure Mephisto didn't appreciate those chops very much.
And Gran Guerrero here, we just saw his tag partner in Euphoria, as they are the CMLL World Trios Champion with Ultimo Guerrero. And Euphoria picking up a victory tonight. Let's see if Gran Guerrero can do the same, as Gran Guerrero gets tagged into the match.
Oh, the two heavyweights slapping each other.
But while Shocker's a legend, Gran Guerrero is no slouch.
Absolutely no slouch.
Here comes Rey Hinachero. And him and Shocker are putting a beating on Gran Guerrero.
Two double power bombs in a row for Gran Guerrero.
Guerrero Maya Jr. gets tagged in. And he taunted at a bad time. Maya Jr. was still up.
As I mentioned before, Guerrero Maya Jr., the son of the original Guerrero Maya, Black Terry.
We do know a thing or two about Black Terry. And that I definitely know he was a person.
Black Terry also runs the IWRG Wrestling School in Monterrey, Mexico. Oh, it looked like Gran Guerrero was going for a chokeslam there, but he couldn't pull it off.
Guerrero Maya Jr. putting, I think that was Mephisto in a Tree of Woe. It was. Cranio, they brought in the big man to take in Hinachero, and I think that was a good move.
It does seem to be the equalizer.
Because Hinachero was putting in that work on the other team for a while. Again, the new Originals member, Cranio. Shocker gets tagged in. And they put him. They put Cranio in their corner. Oh my god!
That was a backdrop neckbreaker of sorts.
It looked like a clothesline on the way down.
And now all hell is breaking loose on the outside. Shocker eats a big suplex on the outside.
And that does not look like there is very much padding out there.
Certainly not. If you've ever seen a Lucha Libre show, they do not believe in padding.
Which is funny, considering how much they dive.
That, yes, it's, some would say that is very ironic.
The New Originals were trying to get a tag team move done on Shocker, but it didn't work out in their favor. Comes Mephisto in. Him and Shocker both with a double clothesline. In perfect sync together, too.
And a double dropkick there by Cranio and Guerrero Maya Jr. showing off that spice and flavor that they're bringing in as a new tag team.
The Mephisto and Shocker taking care of Guerrero Maya Jr. for the time being. You would think that they're a tag team as well, but they are not. They are just working very well together in this match.
Certainly.
And that they hit him with the deal. That
hit him with
that move we've been saying all night.
Guerrero Maya Jr. with a Hurricane and a roll-up.
Which was great. He did it in their corner.
You always, that is the key to tag team wrestling. You want to do the work in your corner.
Especially in these big six-man contests that are so popular in CMLL.
Certainly, and it's so fast-paced, so you want to slow the action down, bring your opponent into your corner, maybe wear him down a little bit.
But it looks like they have no intent of slowing it down yet. Oh, just out of nowhere from Guerrero Maya Jr. A big springboard dropkick.
Very impressive springboard dropkick.
Double powerbomb on Cranio. That's a lot of strength to get Cranio up.
He is a big man. Oh, and a big high-angle backdrop there.
It looks like it may have hurt him more. Like I said, Cranio's not a small man. Getting him up may have hurt Mephisto more than the move itself.
Now, I've seen a lot of wrestling in my day, but I've never seen that before.
Cranio pinned him off a move that was done to Cranio.
That was unbelievable.
And he almost got the victory.
He did. That was a 2.5 count if I've ever seen one.
He was saved. A lot going on here. Oh, and Mephisto picks up the win over Cranio.
Well, it certainly was a valiant effort for the New Originals. You have to give it up to them.
Yeah, a promising new tag team here in CMLL, but they weren't quite able to get the job done with Gran Guerrero there. Mephisto picking up the victory. And Guerrero Maya Jr. was right there, but he couldn't quite break it up in time. And we have our main event of the night. Got a lot of companies. And I haven't even put them all in yet. Like I said, we will see Roosh on an upcoming show for CMLL as a part of Alone, but not on this show. We have Stuka Jr. teaming up with Virus and Titan. And they will be taking on Blue Panther Ray Bucanero. And a Festo. And this is your main event. Here we go. Van Halen's playing.
Now you gotta love the music choice here.
That's all Stuka Jr.
Very reminiscent of Los Gringos Locos, Art Barr and Eddie Guerrero.
Fantastic team.
One of the greatest ever.
Art Barr being the reason Eddie Guerrero did the Frog Splash.
That is right.
And a bit more old school of the sound coming out with Blue Panther's music here. Some mariachi.
Well, Blue Panther is certainly a legend. I mean, there's not enough good things you can say about him.
And I guess you could say it's the respectful thing to come out to his music, kind of giving him the spotlight here.
Absolutely, it's you know, you have to respect your elders. You really do.
We're starting off with Blue Panther and Stuka Jr.
You know, speaking of Art Barr and Blue Panther, did you know that Blue Panther was the one who beat Art Barr for his mask?
I did not know that. But now I do. I didn't even know Art Barr wore a mask.
Yes, when he came into CMLL, he was the Love Machine.
I remember hearing the Love Machine name, but I never saw him wrestle as the Love Machine. I saw the Los Gringos Loco stuff. And now we got...
Love Machine was a very brief time in Art's career, but a memorable one for sure.
Here comes Virus, tagged in by Titan, and Titan is also a champion here in CMLL. He is our CMLL World Welterweight Champion.
Now, Ray Bucanero, you might not know this, but Ray Bucanero was a original Bullet Club.
Was he?
He was in the first incarnation with Tamatanga and Prince Devitt.
He is a great talent to have on your side.
Absolutely, a reliable wrestler, can have a good match with anyone.
And we have Virus here, and he tags in Stuka Jr. Double power bomb to Festo. Festo and Stuka Jr. going at it. Festo tags in Ray Bucanero. They hit Stuka with a 3D. Headbutt from Festo before he leaves. STO on the Stuka. Titan comes back in. Again, your welterweight champion. So far, we have had no title defenses on any CMLL shows for the CFGVerse, but they will be coming up.
Well, I can certainly tell you that there is a lot of championships in CMLL.
There are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 titles in CMLL right now.
That is quite a lot.
and they very much lean on the weight classes still.
Very much, and that is very much the traditional Lucha Libre style of weight classes matter.
And we have Ray and Festo kind of jumping Titan on the outside here. Blue Panther patiently waiting for him to come back inside, but now they start jumping Blue Panther on the inside. And now everybody's in the ring.
Blue Panther with a very nice armbar there.
Oh, he monkey flips him right outside of the ring.
I've never seen that before.
Virus took a tumble. Titan tags in Stuka Jr. Blue Panther tags in Festo. See, these are easy names.
Much easier names to remember. Oh, it looks like Stuka Jr. went a little low on that kick.
But the ref didn't call it. Rolls him up into a pin. Just a 1 count. Stuka doing his lucha shit, and he gets taken down with a shoulder tackle. Oh, a Festo folds him with that power bomb. Titan tagged in, Blue Panther tagged in. Double drop kick to Festo. Titan is taking it to Blue Panther here. Beautiful standing moonsault. Oh my god!
Oh!
He wasn't even a legal man. Virus gets tagged in, but Blue Panther brings him down. Virus almost got him. A 3D to Virus.
Another 3D.
At the very least, we're seeing some different tag moves in this match. They're just slapping. Virus gets the better of him. Oh, gory special.
Oh, the gory special.
But it wasn't quite enough.
Gory special invented by the great late Gory Guerrero.
Virus seems to be a submission specialist of sorts.
You definitely get that impression from this match because he has worked everyone's body parts the whole entire time he has been in the ring.
Even when he's not the legal man.
He's a sneaky bastard, I'll tell you that.
Look at Blue
my
Panther.
Goodness.
Speaking of submission specialist, Blue Panther is bent on tapping somebody out during this match.
Blue Panther is certainly one of the best mat wrestlers I believe Lucha Libre has ever produced.
Titan and Virus are taking it to him on the outside. Oh, did you see Stuka Jr. just eat shit on a fucking diving headbutt?
I certainly did.
That can't be good for him.
I believe that's how you end up with. I believe that's how you end up with CT.
Oh my god!
Turn a breaker!
Onto Blue Panther.
Blue Panther is completely out of it.
I'm a fan of this Virus.
He's certainly come in here and made a name for himself. Oh, Jesus!
It's not the legal man though, Titan is. But he's certainly trying to... What was going on with Stuka Jr. there? He's certainly trying to wear him out. Blue Panther just tossing out Stuka Jr. there. Oh, big move from Ray. But everybody was already in the ring. He couldn't get that pin.
He dropped him right on his neck.
Oh, beautiful move from Titan, showing why he holds gold in this company. And who are the legal men right now? I believe Stuka Jr. and Festo?
The action has been going by so fast, it's hard to keep track of.
It seems that they are. 2 diving headbutts from Stuka. He's going to go for a third, it looks like.
He's going for the third one.
He hit all three. After not landing one earlier, I'm surprised he's going to go for 3 in a row, but he hits all 3, but it didn't seem to do any much damage. Not as much as he was hoping, at least.
Hanma, eat your heart out with the diving headbutts. 3 of them.
He needs to get back in the ring, though. Fire's taking care of a Fisto in the meantime. A big moonsault. Virus gets tagged in. So does Blue Panther. Oh, and 3 Stooges. They just run into each other. But in this match, Blue Panther and Virus have been taking it to the mat the most, so it's a little surprising to see Virus go for just a straight-up pin there. Now he's trying to submit him. And he does. Virus submits Blue Panther.
I mean, that was a very nasty submission hold.
It was, and your winners are Virus, Stuka Jr., and Titan. What a beautiful match. What a beautiful way to end CMLL. And that was the show. Thank you all for coming out to watch CMLL. Don't leave quite yet because I am going to stream some my Harry Potter series that I've been doing now. Thank you for joining me, Revolution Mall. Go ahead, plug your stuff. We all love you here. Get your shit in.
Thank you very much for having me. You can follow us on @RevolutionMall on Twitter. You can follow me, my personal Twitter account at Yashi Versace.
Which is just a fucking wonderful name.
You can also join our Discord server, which is in the bio of our Twitter account. I have it linked there if you want to join it through there. And we also have forums where we host download links for our mods, older mods such as Next Wave 64, AKI mods, because we've merged with them and we've inherited all of their mods.
And I do look forward to playing some of your mods that you put out. I'm very excited about that. But go support this man. Go support all the hard work he puts in. And as always, he's going to join us on the rest of this series. He is our permanent co-host. So thank you again, Revolutionary.
And one more thing. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good, man. Do what you want.
One more thing. Don't forget to watch Paradigm Pro Wrestling on IWTV.
Yes.
Independent Wrestling Television.
And I am not yet affiliated with the company. I've gone and helped out at a show that they've done before. But it's a company I hope to be a part of one day. And that's just because they have a lot, and I mean a lot, of the best up-and-coming talent in the United States right now. Expect to see a lot of their talent signed in the next few years, and I wholeheartedly believe that. But that's that is where we'll end off. I'll go ahead and put on my Be Right Back screen, and when we come back, we'll be up and running with Harry Potter. Thank you again, Revolution Mall. We'll see you next time on the next show, which I believe will be an Impact show.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right. See you then, bud.
See ya.